Hello guys, welcome back to week 11, and in this week we are going to talk about wireless networking. We are going to start with introduction to wireless technology, and then we are going to talk about Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE standards, and finally we are going to talk about wireless network applications. I hope it will be clear to you, and as usual, after watching the video, we will meet online so that if you have any further questions, we can discuss further. So from the word wireless, what we can understand is that there is no cables or wires needed to be, to run the communication, whether it's from people or devices that, can communicate easily in a long distance without any wires or without any cables. And wireless technology includes RF and IR. RF refer to radio frequency, and IR infrared waves, and we are going to learn about the differences between each of these types. And examples for wireless technology is the radio, the TV, and the satellite. And actually it started in the 20th century. Many types of wireless technology has, invented back then. So the radio, for example, was invented by Marconi, and the television, for example, receive a broadcast communications without using any wires. And then the satellite as well is an example of wireless technology. So all these technologies are examples of wireless, technology and communication. Obviously, nowadays it's the most common technologies ever. Wireless nowadays is used on daily basis. Everybody is using wireless. They are using laptops, desktops, tablets, smartphones, modems, routers, whatever it is, it's all run by wireless technology. Now, what is actually the meaning or the definition of Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE? IEEE stands for the institution name itself, which is Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. And the main purpose for this institute, it is a professional association that develop, define, and reviews electronics and computers. So everything about electronics and computers need to follow the science standards of IEEE. So IEEE was first, invented back in 1800s, when electricity started to, influence our society as a human being. We have started to, invent inventions that is run by electricity. Back then, they have created IEEE. In 1884, the IEEE, American Institute of Electrical Engineers, was formed to support electrical innovation. In 1912, the IRE, Institute of Radio Engineers, and the main purpose of IRE to develop wireless, telegraphy standards. And then in 1963, these two organizations merged to become one organization or one institute, which is the IEEE. Since then, the organization has established thousands of standards for consumer electronics, computers, and telecommunications. So IEEE it's actually both institutions or organizations that have merged to become one institutions that is responsible for any standard for electronics and computers and telecommunications. And since the IEEE based in the United States, the IEEE standards often become international standards. And then, since they have emerged together to become one institute in the United States, it become the standard for, internationally, not only in United States. And here we are going to have some examples of technologies standardized by the IEEE. And here are some of the examples for IEEE innovations. First, we have IEEE 1284, which is the parallel port. And this is actually an I2O interface, which used by early desktop and PCs. Following by IEEE 1394, which is FireWire, which was a high-speed interface comparing to parallel port, which was designed for external hard drives, digital video cameras, and so on. And then we have IEEE 802.11, which is the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a series of standards used for wireless networking. Following by IEEE 802.16, which is WiMAX, a wireless communication standard for transferring cellular data. Okay, now for the network applications. The wireless network provides a network without the use of wires. That is why actually it's called wireless. There's no wire or cable needed, because by using it you can connect your computer or smartphone to the network using the waves or radio waves and can move your computer anywhere. So it's not like previously when we have to plug in for example, the Ethernet, and we are not allowed to move our devices, whether it's laptops or smartphone. Now you can move freely with wireless technology. So the wireless technology is actually an extreme portable because of its digital modulation, adaptive modulation, and the information compression and access multiplexing. So meaning that you don't have to sit in one place and you are not allowed to move around. No, nowadays you can move around. Even you can use your smartphone using the data, mobile data, and then you will have internet 24 hours a day. And wireless networks have so many classifications that are classified into different types, such as wireless LAN, WAN, MAN, and PAN. And these are shortcuts for example, LAN refer to local area network, WAN refers to wide area network, and MAN refers to metropolitan area network, and then finally PAN refers to personal area network. And all these kind of network applications are used differently based on our needs, based on our needs and conditions that we may require in using the wireless technology. And I hope these slides were clear to you, and if you have any questions, then maybe we can discuss further when we meet online. And with that being said, that's all for today. I hope everybody is safe, and see you next week.